Good day, you little ripper. Yeah, I'm so sorry if you're Australian and I've just offended you, but we've come all the way from England to get to Australia Zoo. We're going to see what is so special about it. What did Steve Irwin leave behind in this place? I cannot wait. I am so excited to be here. Charlie behind the camera is also incredibly excited. So come with us and explore Australia Zoo. As you can see, we're sort of skipping past the kangaroos and koalas because we have already done like 4 videos with kangaroos and koalas. So we have seen them lots and you probably want to see what else is here. So if you do want to see kangaroos and koalas, check back at the previous vlogs.
I think it's time to start proper now with the big animals. So we're starting in Southeast Asia, but probably one of the animals I'm most excited to see because they have elephants. And I've never seen an actual elephant. Have you seen an elephant in a zoo before?
I don't think I have. No.
Because I think there's only maybe one zoo in the UK that has elephants, so I'm so excited for this.
Well, let's see what we can find. Oh, we can see the heads of them over there, but we can hear them from a distance. Wow, the noise they make. It's coming, they're coming.
I'm actually so glad we got to see these. They are amazing. They are actually bigger than I thought they were. I know they're big, but they're bigger than I thought they were. And they're really hairy, which is really weird. But I'm so glad we came here, even if we just get to see these.
They're very gentle looking.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't be
if quickly when they were coming towards us.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be that gentle if they're storming at you. But they're looking like they're very gentle, calm animals.
Very slow and
very
passive.
Relaxing to be around. What's cool about here is that throughout the day there are loads of shows that go on. You just have to time your walk correctly. So we've come out of Southeast Asia and the tigers will be on show at 11 o'clock. So we'll come back then. Next up, let's go to Bindi's Island and see what's on there. We've found our first lemur. I don't know what he's up to, but you're meant to keep your distance. I assume if they want to come to you, they'll come to you. Otherwise, just be quiet and gentle and move past. Look at that fluffy tail.
That tail is incredible, isn't it? And the way they're so agile. Oh!
Got a couple of tortoises and then a group of lemurs down there. Do you know what I always find interesting is in which kind of enclosures different animals mix. So here you've obviously got lemurs and tortoises, and in other enclosures you get different sets of animals. And they all seem to just get on in harmony. They're all friendly. They leave each other alone. But just look at the size of these bad boys.
He is huge.
He might be a girl, I don't know. But they are just huge. See, I think they remind me of cats, lemurs do. Because they sort of do as they please.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
Do you know what I mean? They're that independent, do as they please, don't really care about people, and just stick their tail up in the air and wander off. That is literally like our cats. Well, we've reached Africa, and already right in front, loads of giraffe. They are beautiful, majestic creatures. Zebra in the background. And all the way up the other end, there are some rhinos. There's a couple of rhinos, but this might seem a little bit inappropriate, but all I have in my head is the thought of Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura popping out the bum of the robot rhino. But they are so awesome to see. Once again, quite slow and just gentle looking, but once again, you would not want to be on the end of one of those charges, would you? So the fastest land animal, the cheetah, they can go at 75 miles an hour. That is ridiculously fast. We'd be driving down the motorway, 70 miles an hour, and a cheetah could overtake you. That is insane. But I tell you what this does, actually, coming to this part of the zoo, is it makes me actually want to go to Africa and go on a safari. I don't know about you, Charlie, but
yeah, I agree.
It's given you the little teaser, isn't it?
Because they've got a lot more space than the traditional zoo here, which is lovely.
I think that's one thing we've noticed. The space in Australia Zoo, the animals have a lot more space. Now, granted, it helps that this place is so popular, made popular, I suppose, by the TV shows, which that's why we're here. That's what we know when we watched as kids. But most of the enclosures are fairly decent size, so you don't feel too bad about the animals being in these, well, sanctuaries, I suppose. But it does make me want to go to Africa. We've found our first hiccup. We've come to the first show, which is the tigers, and we can't see because there is no space at all. All the seats are full. People have now blocked the viewing area, so I don't know what we're going to do or how we're going to see them, to be honest. So I was speaking to a really nice zookeeper, and the first tip of the day is either get really early to things or come to the second show. So we're going to go see the tigers on the second show, and hopefully there'll be plenty of seats, because otherwise there's no point of watching when you're looking over people's shoulders.
He's given us a good tip for the main show as well. So the main show, we need to be there about 45 minutes before. He said then you'll get a decent seat.
Yeah, so I think, look, we know it's school holidays and you are going to get lots of kids and lots of families coming. And unfortunately, this was the only time we could come. So we've got to sort of work around that a little bit and just make the best of the situation that we're dealt with, I suppose. Yeah. But as I said, if you're planning on coming to Australia Zoo, these are the things you're going to face because it is really, really busy here. Look, people love this place. People know and want to come. We are coming from England to come here. So it's going to be popular. So just work around it. If you've been watching this series while we've been down under, you would have seen while we're in Perth, we had the unfortunate issue of not being able to get to Rottnest Island to see the quokkas on the island. However, we did see them at Caversham, and now there are some quokkas in here. Australia Zoo has just acquired some quokkas, I assume from Rottnest, and they are very proud. I see Robert Irwin has been on TikTok showing them off a lot recently. I'm surprised the quokkas aren't more popular here, but I suppose a lot of people probably don't know what quokkas actually are. I know I wouldn't have known what they were until we started obviously learning about them. But they are the sweetest little things, and hopefully what's going to happen here is there's 2 females and 1 male. Hopefully they'll reproduce and they'll get more, and eventually maybe there'll be more here and then more in the rest of Australia, who knows. But these are vulnerable, and yeah, maybe they need to become more mainstream.
Without you, since you've been gone, so many things you need to know. All I ever need is to call you on the phone with a number that connects to you. I know what I need is to call you on the phone, and I'll be close to you. It reminded me of us. Should I give it all when you were mine, when you were mine? I fade away without you, since you've been gone. So many things you need to know. All I ever need is to call you on the phone, and I'll be close to you.
So before we watch the big show that's on in about an hour, we decided to get some lunch. So we've both gone for the same thing. We've got a chicken and bacon cheeseburger with chips and a drink. It cost $50, which isn't the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive we've paid either.
So we're in the Crocoseum and we are an hour early before the actual show starts. But just check how many people are already in here. It is really starting to fill up. So you have to get here nice and early.
We were eating lunch in the cafe just there. And
we're keeping an eye on it.
We were keeping an eye, and then we were like, no, we need to go now.
But while we're here, I want to know, what is your memory of Steve Irwin? For I think probably for both of us, it's obviously the TV shows.
It was obviously Crocodile Hunter.
Crocodile Hunter. I also loved when he would go on all the chat shows. They were normally the American ones. I don't remember if he went on any English ones. But it's nice to see Robert Irwin is doing very much the same. You see him on Jimmy Fallon, for example, showing off all the animals.
They were showing clips of that earlier, and I couldn't stop laughing.
I love the
It's
Crocodile
so
Hunter. It was such a good show, wasn't it? It was just such a good show, and it showed you what life is like outside of the UK. Because when we were kids, I didn't travel abroad at all, really. So it showed you what life is like in the wild outside of England. So it was really, really cool to see, and it is such fond memories. And it's very sad. Earlier on, we were looking at the different memorabilia and the messages and the plaques that Steve Irwin's got. And it's just so sad, and especially the fact that he passed away from an animal that you wouldn't see as dangerous. You know, he's wrestling with crocodiles. That's not what done him. You know, he picks up snakes. That didn't do him. But it was a stingray, wasn't it?
I think so,
I think it was a stingray, which you would have thought he would have been able to cope fine with.
Welcome to Australia Zoo! And welcome to our world famous Crocoseum! How are you doing today?
Because humans want to say things that they love. My job, my mission, the reason I've been put onto this planet is to save wildlife. And I thank you for coming with me. Let's get it.
We're around the Crocoseum because they've grown up right here at Australia Zoo.
Now, if you would see the birds full of snake size, you would see that they rely on our movement, pattern in colour and shape.
Now Byron, he's a raptor, characterised by keen vision, sharp powerful talons and a hooked and curved feet. These amazing birds can be found right here on the Sunshine Coast, over our rivers and over the ocean, as they are expert fishermen. This is Douglas! Hi Doug, let's hear it for that entrance. Amazing. And good job.
This animal is a formidable predator and an apex predator. They're incredibly intelligent, especially for a reptile. Now, food motivation often works for Komodo dragons, but they don't have to eat every day or every week. They can go months without food if necessary. And well, he looked like he was targeting you then, Alec. Now, Ragnar, like I said, he's one of our younger males. If you head to the other parts of the zoo out the front, you'll see Naga. He's our 50-kilo boy, and at that size, he's capable of taking down buffalo, deer, any animal that gets too close with him. Now, check out his strut as he walks out. He's constantly flicking that tongue in and out, picking up on scent particles left out here.
So, how many Irwins are we missing? Okay, if you got that right, you don't need to go back to school. Exactly. Nailed it. School is done. Officially. Graduated. Perfect. That was awesome. So we do have conservation projects all over Australia, and we do take turns keeping up with all of the work that we're doing. So Robert's on a project right now, but you did get the best Irwins today, so
I would say the coolest Irwins.
yes. Right now, we've got Bluey heading out and Chandler making a classic mistake by standing too close to the water's edge. Crocodiles do define their territory in the water and at the water's edge. And the last thing you want to do, I don't care if your fishing lure's hung up, your crab pot's snagged, do not go in the water with the crocodile. That's the biggest mistake you can make.
I feel like this is a, hey, y'all watch this moment. Yeah, all right, let's get in and see what happens. Come on over here, Bluey. So right now, I'm making the ultimate mistake that you can make when you're in Northern Australia in crocodile country. Keep your eyes peeled right here. You'll see Bluey making his way out.
Oh,
and
there
notice, I'm only in knee-deep water here. Bluey's not even making a ripple. I could be standing here going fishing, having a drink, have no idea that there's a 12-foot crocodile just meters away from me. Now me being in his territory gets him really fired up, really grumpy as he hones in on these vibrations. So now that he's grumpy, Terry, over to you.
Come on, Bluey. Come on, Bluey. That's a boy. Come on. Right here, Bluey. Look at the food, dude. Good one, Bluey. Good job, buddy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Tastes just like chicken, hey. Is that good? Are you happy? Do you want to get Chandler? He's younger than me. I think he's probably tender. Do you want?
That's comforting.
Do you want to get him? Chandler, he wants to get him really bad.
Come on over here, Bluey.
Okay, get him, Bluey. I mean, careful, careful, Chandler.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. All right, we'll get Bluey back in the water. You can see when he's out on land, all he wants to do is get right back in the water because he knows that's where he shines and has the best chance of catching us out. Thank you, Bruce. So what we'll do here is slow things down for a minute and get Bluey to put on a strike just like he would out in the wild for something coming down and having a drink. So you can imagine, I could be an animal coming down here. What are you doing, Bluey? I could be an animal coming down here for a drink, sticking my head in the water, have no idea that Bluey's right there underneath the surface, ready to strike. What are you doing, Bluey? You're supposed to come strike at me. I don't think Bluey read the script this morning. If Bluey wanted to, he could make this a really long show for you guys. Come on, Bluey. Come on, Bluey. Come on, Bluey. Nice job. Look up at the food and not me. There you go. Stop looking at my legs. Look up here. There you go. Good listening, buddy. Woo, nice job, Bluey. Give it up for Bluey, everyone. Now,
Oh, Bluey, so he can come vertically out of the water. Good job, Bluey. Nearly his entire body length and not grab the chicken.
Get that chicken.
That was like a really big food item and it's floating above you now. That's really gross. There you go.
Yeah, that's where
Nice
Bluey.
work.
there you go. A little bit further. Nice job. Look up here. There you go, Bluey. Nice job, buddy. You did very well, Bluey. Now, this just proves my point here. You can see I can walk backwards holding a big piece of food quicker than Bluey can come forwards to come and get me. And you can see there, once he's out on land, he knows the jig is up. He has that round belly, the short little stumpy legs. He has this big long tail that's half his body length that acts like a handbrake out on land. So he's not built for speed to chase things down. He's built for that ambush strike from the water's edge, drag it into the water, and that's where he knows he has the upper hand.
Bluey, you can leisurely come out of the water because the pig is slow moving. Then once he's grabbed that food item, he lets it go, but the pig says, I'm really thirsty. I'm going back to the water's edge. And the pig gets grabbed again.
What do you know?
What do you know? This time, Bluey uses that immense jaw pressure to hold on to the pig. Death roll, you little ripper! Okay, slow start, Bluey, but you made up for it. So Chandler's gonna keep doing that tug of war game.
Oh, that was the slowest death roll in
It's about 30 degrees Celsius in there. It's quite nice. Oh, you're going to eat your food now, aren't you?
Oh, look at him.
You're going to be like, I got to eat this really quick so I can have dessert. Quickly. Quick. Finish my food. Just try to kill Chandler.
Okay.
Just
locking in that option.
Just lock it in. Option C. Yeah. And you see, he's going really slow. He's at the surface. It's not dangerous, really, because Chandler can see him and he knows it. When crocodiles submerge, that's when they become truly dangerous and they are intent on hunting. So you can see what he's doing right now is more of a territorial thing. He's like, look at me, this is how big I am, this is what you gotta fight. So his mouth is full of food, he's not really trying to kill Chandler. Okay, now he's really trying to kill Chandler. Swim away. All right, what I'd like you to appreciate is you just experienced what you can see nowhere else on planet Earth. Big hand for Chandler. Bluey. Let's see if Chandler came out first. That's good. Now just wait. Come on.
Now begins our ibis demonstration, otherwise known as the bin chicken demonstration. That's why your money coming to Australia Zoo.
So I'm going to tell you something really interesting.
Yeah.
I have never seen a crocodile actually kill an ibis.
Wow, are you trying to say that ibis are actually really smart?
Well, I've heard of people getting killed by crocodiles. So maybe ibis are actually
geniuses. Look at that.
Yes.
That's the face of a super freak genius.
Actually, I am a little worried.
Yeah.
Why the long face?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Please, to be completely honest, thank you for helping us carry on Dad's legacy. It means the world, and you are all part of our Wildlife Warriors family. Have a beautiful day at Australia Zoo. Thank you so much for this. Thanks, everybody. Remember, cross rule.
How cool was that? But first thing, before we discuss about what went on, which was pretty awesome, Charlie with her long legs is leading the way back to the tigers that we really didn't have space to see earlier on. However, it seems like a lot of people have the same idea, and there is a long chain of people going from the Crocoseum to the tigers. Gotta get going.
So as soon as Hunter comes out, you can see straight away that he is a little bit different to some of the other tigers that we do have here. Hunter is very special because he is completely blind, so those eyes that you can see there are actually prosthetics. Hunter unfortunately developed very aggressive cataracts when he was only about 6 months to a year old, so very sad for him. We tried a few different procedures. We flew in specialists from overseas. We tried like lens transplants and a few other things, but nothing really took. His body just rejected all those things, unfortunately. So as a last resort, what we've done is removed his eyes and popped those prosthetics in. And what they've done, because he was so young, we wanted to make sure that the shape of his skull was held in place and it wasn't malforming as he was still growing. So they've done a great job. So the big pool is probably one of the biggest features of this habitat here, so we do use it for most of our shows. Tigers are great swimmers, so there's a bit of a misconception that all species of cats hate water. Tigers are actually very, very well adapted. Being from Indonesia, where there's heaps of islands, they need that ability to actually traverse between those islands to find different hunting grounds, breeding partners, and they need to be able to find new territory if they get pushed out of theirs. So being able to swim is a very important part of an Indonesian species of tiger's life.
So we finished up at the Crocoseum and we've just seen the tiger show. Let's go back about the Crocoseum show. They did talk a lot about the conservation work they do.
I think that was really good.
So that's why there's probably quite a bit of that in this video, because you should know it as well. What was your favourite animal from the Crocoseum?
I did like seeing the crocodile.
Is that your favourite?
Yeah, I would say Bluey.
I would say my favourite was actually the Komodo dragon.
Which you would not normally like that kind of animal.
I don't really, I'm not a massive fan.
Street.
But I think it's really cool that it's on land, and obviously it didn't necessarily show it, but those are dangerous creatures. Whereas I think the crocodiles, it's that big, they're stealthy, aren't they? But I really like the Komodo dragon.
I kind of liked that with the Komodo dragon and with the crocs and one of the birds, to be fair. Nothing really did as it was meant to.
Yeah, they do say don't work with animals and don't work with children. And as you could see, working with animals doesn't always go as planned,
No, there was
right?
a couple of times that they had to, I think they were improvising a little bit to
But
get it to work.
we also found the same when we came and saw the tiger. That poor tiger, I say that poor tiger, it's clearly adapted really
he
well.
clearly doesn't know.
But doesn't have eyes.
Both eyes are artificial.
But
So-
can perfectly cope in this sort of environment, wouldn't cope outside.
But I guess by tiger show, we were kind of expecting, because the signs for the tiger show have them splashing in the water up against the glass.
They chose the wrong tiger
We had the
for
older
today.
tiger. If we'd seen this morning's show, it might have been different, but
Yeah.
the afternoon show is the older tiger who's completely blind, so he didn't go anywhere near the water. It was still amazing though, because he did come quite close to the glass, so we did see bits and pieces, and the guy was really informative. Like, he knew a lot about them.
Now, we still do have a few more things to see, a few more crocs to see. Anything else? What, you've got the map.
Tasmanian devils,
Devils,
dingoes.
dingoes. I love
I think
a
there's
dingo.
more cassowaries.
So we've got a few more to see, and then we'll wrap up at the end. Casually on the footpath, this little guy is bathing in the sun. Well, we're back to rodeo after being at Australia Zoo. What did you think?
I really liked it.
Favourite animal? You got to think off the
Elephant.
top of your head. Elephant. She was there taking pictures with this camera for ages, trying to get the perfect shot. I think my favourite animal overall. Oh, it's tricky. I don't know.
I thought you were sticking with the
Shall
Komodo
I just
dragon.
I'll stick with the Komodo dragon because that's just easy there.
But you like the cheetahs.
I
They
like
just weren't very
cheetahs.
moved.
Yeah,
They didn't move
cheetahs.
very much.
Cheetahs are my favourite. Cats are amazing. Now, I would say, what makes this different to any other zoo around the world?
It's just the story.
And it's the story. It's the Steve Irwin and the Irwin story that makes this a special place. But also the fact that they do those amazing shows, right? In certain areas, they do the talks, and in the Crocoseum, they do the big
It's the only
shows.
place in the world that they do a croc show like that.
And that is what you're going for, yeah? And you're there to learn about the conservation efforts that they make, and you're helping them. So that's what makes this zoo so special. One other thing that we thought that was brilliant about Australia Zoo, and you pointed this out, is
The amount of space they have, and it's not even the space they have in the enclosures they're on show in. What was really good about here, especially for the tigers, they said about it during the talk, the elephants we could see as well because we saw them come out.
Yeah.
They've got hectares behind, so actually what they're on show in is not necessarily all the space they've got. And like the tigers, they rotate, so they've got more and more space, so they've actually got larger areas to explore.
they're clearly doing good work here, but I would say it's not just here. They are linked with so many different some veterinary surgeries, for example. They are linked with so many other zoos as well. So it's not just the effort here that is helping, it's all the others that they're linked with. And for anyone that was thinking, oh, they're just in zoos, they're literally stuck behind cages. What I found was really interesting when I asked was that a lot of these animals that are endangered are here for a reason as well, because what happens if the ones out in the wild become extinct? At least by having
for
them.
instance,
Yeah.
there's only 350 in the wild.
That was mind-blowing. Because they are here in other zoos, they are protecting the species.
The genetic pool is
They're
getting bigger.
increasing the genetic pool, and therefore, if something does go wrong and these animals do become extinct, they have the ability to rewild certain animals, which is enlightening, because I just thought, well, they're in zoos, they're all stuck behind cages, but there is a method to what is going on here.
Thanks for joining us today at Australia Zoo. We hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure you like and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.